This is about to go even further beyond. Hello, Kukomi here, and welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Last time, we fulfilled our duty as the hero delivery and obtained the magic armor. And I went and got all the treasure charts off screen. You should have seen it in a montage at the end of the last episode. That's why I have one extra heart. Today, well, we are here at the Earth Temple. I don't think you're actually supposed to know that if that's what the name is, but the point is, if I can bring up the map, which I'm not sure I can do here, and I'm using my gamepad, we're at the island just east. Yeah, we're at the island just east of Outset, and we're ready to enter one of the temples and see what happened to the sages. There's just this giant rock in our way. Maybe if we ask nicely, it does have a face after all. With the power you have now, you can neither lift nor destroy that stone. And yet, somewhere on the sea, the power to do so lies waiting for one to find it. You must seek it out. Well, to quote the fishman in this area, "Hey, small fry, there's a really heavy stone head blocking that cave. Don't you wonder what's behind it? Don't you want to get in there? Let me tell you a great secret. If you head north 4 squares and east 3 squares to Fire Mountain, you'll find an item that gives you the strength to lift anything easily." Honestly, replaying through this game it makes me realize how much helpful advice the fishman gives you. And I know someone in the comment section has brought this up as well. But basically, if you're ever really stuck, just try and review the fishman's advice. You can review it by pausing the game, then selecting a square and then pressing X that you've already filled in on the map. Or you can just find him and feed him some bait. So with that, we will head to Fire Mountain. It happens to be just south of Dragon Roost, conveniently. I believe this is going to be south. Yeah, because I can see it in the distance over there. And, well, we've come by this mountain before, when we were first heading towards Forest Haven. And, well, now, everything's coming full circle. We finally have a reason to come back here. Wait for it to load. Yeah, there we go. The lava usually takes a second to load. And we do have an item that can chill the hottest of fire. I don't know if that's exactly how she put it. But essentially, we want to use an ice arrow. I don't think it matters where you hit. No, I think you have to hit at the lava geyser specifically then. Because that somehow freezes everything and stops all the lava and make you able to walk on it. No, you're not going to burn your feet or anything. But you can see we're on a time limit. When that time limit runs out, I believe you're just booted out and you take some damage. And you're going to need to, once again, use an ice arrow. Sorry, King, I did not mean to hit you. So, we're on a time limit. And I have to say, I always wonder if this was meant to be a dungeon in of itself. Because this seems like the perfect place to just stick a dungeon. Granted, sticking a dungeon for just one item does seem kind of ridiculous. But, Wind Waker does seem to have a distinct shortage of dungeons. To give you an idea, we only have 2 left, and we've technically been through like 4 at this point in the game, counting Forsaken Fortress, and if you really want to count it, because it is technically a dungeon. It's just very different from most dungeons we've played through. So yeah, Wind Waker does have a very weird shortage of... oh, shoot! Aw, dang it. Well, this is bad. I don't want to be burned to a crisp. I would rather actually make it alive. So, I refuse to go slowly across the wall. I will change the wind direction. If I can remember the song. I don't remember the song. Okay, there, nope, yeah, yes, that is it. I swear, I've played this game before. I remember Wind's Requiem. Alright, so we just want to go across. It doesn't take a lot. I do have to say, with the Deku Leaf, when you use it, you have the little green marker under it that sort of indicates where you are, like just above where you are, so you have a better idea of where you're going to land. And yes, I'm pretty sure we've actually seen these enemies before, but fire geese. They're geese, or bats, but on fire. Oh, and you can't get out of here once you enter. You're trapped forever! That way is sealed off, so we have no choice but to go this way. But the sort of marker that appears just behind that just appears under you, it also, so in the GameCube version, there was something called the Tingle Tuner. It was an item that Tingle gave you in place of the Tingle Bottle. I thought about covering this in a bonus episode, but I don't know if I'm ever going to do that, and I don't want to use more ice arrows, so please. I wonder, if we does the Skull Hammer one-shot him? I'm a little curious now. Nope, it doesn't, but it does a lot of damage to them. But when we take out both of the, I believe they're called Magtails, a chest appears. And I'll get back to my thought on the Tingle Tuner for a second. Or in a second. Right now, let's go ahead and see what's in the chest. And for that we get the Power Bracelet! Both arms are now stronger than ever! So now we can do amazing things like lifting giant rocks. Just take a look at Link's face while he's doing this. Well, and you have to wonder, I remember seeing a hilarious comic before where they just made fun of the fact, it was more Ocarina of Time Link with the silver gauntlets. Where he goes, oh, everything's more powerful now. He tries to take out the sword and he ends up flinging it somewhere. He tries to throw a pot and he ends up throwing it super far and hitting someone with it. And he tries to do a facepalm because of how stupid he is, and then he knocks himself out because the silver gauntlets made him too strong. But hey, sometimes it's best to not question this logic. Anyways, where was I with the Tingle Tuner? Yes. So the Tingle Tuner was given to you in place of the Tingle Bottle. And what it did was allow you to connect a Game Boy Advance controller to the second player or any of the slots available in the GameCube, and you could essentially assist Link as Tingle on the Game Boy Advance. You could essentially move a cursor around that looked a lot like the sort of marker where you had the that shows you where you are, the Deku Leaf. You could blow up stuff. I think you can give Link a free health refill, and I think you can let Link actually walk on air for like 3 seconds. The thing was that it all cost money, I'm pretty sure. Because, you know, Tingle, he's got to make a buck somehow. So that's just pretty entertaining. I don't know if I'll actually show it off in this series. It'll take a bit of wizardry for me to show it off because I don't have a way to record off my GameCube. Nor do I probably have a Game Boy Advance cable to GameCube somewhere in my house. I would have to look for it. And I'm pretty sure I have a Game Boy Advance stored away. I know I had one, but I don't know what happened to it. I haven't used it in a while because the last few times I played Game Boy Advance games, it was either on emulator or on my DS. But enough about that. We have arrived at Headstone Island. I hope that's what this is called. Headstone Island. And now we can move this rock. Take a good look into Link's eyes. I love the expression he makes when he's lifting the rock. And let's head in. Those markings look familiar. These appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. Thank you, game. Well, this is the first time we're using the 6x4 rhythm. Oh, why did I go up at the last second? Whoops. With that, we've learned Earth God's lyric. O great hero, chosen by the Master Sword. My name is Laruto. I am a Zora sage. For an age I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost its power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline ensures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one that will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry our prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. Well, where have we seen that instrument before? We have seen it. Well, here we are on Dragon Roost Island. And you can hear, well, a harp playing. Why don't we follow that sound and see where it leads us? And why don't we stop and say hi to Medley? It's been a while since we've even seen her. Heck, we could just say hi to all the Ritos. We just have a special bond with Medley, particularly. And Komali. Actually, let's go see Komali. I want to see Komali. I mean, granted, we saw him not that long ago. He was flying around. But still... Is he even in here? I don't know if he's actually in here. No, he is not. Okay. Well, I will meet you guys outside. Oh, we've run into the chief. What do you have to say? Link, I would hope I get the chance to thank you in person. Medley told me everything. I'm extremely grateful for all that you have done. It seems you have helped my son, Komali, find his courage as well. You have done so much for us. I thank you. By the way, are you using our post boxes? He's not really saying anything unique. This is the wrong spot. Whoops. And, well, we've arrived here. What are you gonna do? Let's talk to you. We're holding our traditional Birdman contest on that little island over there. Why don't you give it a try? Maybe I'll go ahead and take a break myself. And with that, he flies off. Once you talk to him, he always just flies off, and I don't think he ever comes back. Hooray! What do you say? And I just realized I'm going to need the grappling hook in a second. You can hear that song coming from up on the cliff, can't you? Such a beautiful tone. Medley's really gotten good. Well, we see Medley's over there, and we can even hear a harp. I think you know where this is going. But before I do that, I want to explore over here, just because. But I don't think there's really anything of interest over here. Nope, just flat land. Okay, now that we've distracted ourselves for 2 seconds. Oh, Link, you're okay. You know, Prince Komali's been asking me all about your adventures, Link. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Komali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own, without my guidance. Every conversation still is centered on you, though, Link. Watching Prince Komali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. Well, I'd better continue practicing so that I can be useful around here too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow! Link, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. I got this. I know exactly what we need to play. Now, Medley, you shall become under my command. Incredible, Link. How's my performance? Link, let's play another song. Yeah, she just says that for whatever song you play. So... What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, I feel... Just now a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. Link, thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I am a sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. I bet my teacher knew all about this. Link, please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. We must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, Kamali, I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. And with that, Medley has joined us. Yes, she's sitting on the boat with us. I love that. Just get to actually see, well... It's a rare sight, and one that won't last for long, I'm afraid. But Medley, you've been flying before, so how would you like to fly in a cyclone across the Great Sea? But going back to what just happened, I love the Earth God's lyric. It's so peaceful sounding. I used to not like it that much, and I don't feel like this is a spoiler in saying this exactly, but as you can imagine, with there being 2 locations to go to, you can imagine there's going to be another song and another sage. Heck, I think the King of the Red Lion specifically mentioned multiple sages as well. And I liked that song a lot more, at least when I was younger, but honestly, over time, I've really grown to like this song a lot. Earth God's lyric, it's very beautiful, especially, like, just done with the harp. It's great. Love it. And a little detail I didn't notice when I was rewatching that scene just now, well, I'll get to that in a minute. We got story to do. Medley, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The temple ahead is a nest of an evil creature, the same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage. It is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If Link comes near you and presses, ZR, that feels really weird to read as an in-game text, then be silent and follow closely behind him. And if Link presses A, allow him to lift you, and if need be, fly and carry him through the air. And Link. If Medley gets stuck and cannot continue in the temple, use the Wind Waker to conduct the song you learned in the Tower of the Gods. Do you understand? Yeah, you thought I was joking earlier when I brought up the command melody, didn't you? Nope. We can actually use the command melody to control Medley. Link, protect Medley, and Medley, protect Link. The power to repel evil shall surely be returned to the Master Sword. Well, say goodbye to take one last nice look of the Great Sea, because you're not going to see it for a while. We are going deep underground. And we're going to leave Medley there so she can pray. Hooray! Sometimes it makes you really wonder if we're actually doing the right thing. What? Why do I keep going up at the last second? Okay. Welcome to the Earth Temple. Probably the creepiest dungeon in this entire game. No, definitely the creepiest dungeon in this entire game. In fact, you can even just tell by looking at, well, the skulls and whatnot. Yes, this is very much going to have an underground dead theme. Well, it's fitting of the name Earth Temple. And immediately starting off, we have some moblins. I don't think you need to worry about Medley taking damage so much from the moblins. And when did I lose a heart? I just realized I lost a heart. When did that happen? Where was I? Right, Medley, I don't think you really need to worry about her taking damage so much, but if she does take damage while you are controlling her, you will lose control of her, just like with the seagulls. So, surprise! Oh, come on, I just missed him. I was hoping to get the drop on him. And, well, while we were just sort of working our way through, this room is basically just an introductory room to get you the idea of what sort of puzzles you're going to be facing later. I don't know particularly why the moblins are here, but just there to give you some challenge. I believe we can use the Deku Leaf to fly around, but it would be more advantageous to use Medley, as I think she doesn't lose height like the Deku Leaf does, but she also can't fly that long. To show off exactly how Medley's flight works. And I do have to say, I love the fact that we get to go through a dungeon with Medley. It's so, well, awesome, great, cool, I love it. Well, Link, I'm not very confident, but I think I should try to fly. I'll just fly where you tell me to. Just tap A to keep me airborne. Okay, whenever you're ready, just use the Wind Waker to guide me. Oh, come on, I'm sure you can realize that you have to get over there. You're a smart person, Medley. Yes, but for sake of gameplay, we have to use the command melody. I like to think of this as less as we're controlling her and more that we're directing her. Because mind control just sounds super weird and just not right. And it's probably led to some questionable fan art online, but we're not going to get into that. And I love this mechanic. Link, I'm feeling a bit more confident now. I'm not sure how high I can fly while carrying you, Link, but I'll do the best I can. Just pick me up and jump, okay? Yeah, Medley can't specifically gain height, but... And if you want to call her, you need to be near her, so I don't think we can even call her from here, so we'll have to use the command melody to get her down. But the next two dungeons just really stood out to me as really good dungeons in this game. And I can see why some people wouldn't like it, because I think escort missions in video games just have a very Infamous sort of feel to them. But in this case, I really do like it. It doesn't feel like you're being slowed down too much by Medley. She can't fight. Can't believe I got hit there. Oh yes, and here we have a new type of enemy. I don't know their official name, but they're basically purple choo-choos. What makes them so different? Whoops, you might ask. Well, I didn't mean to actually get that green choo-choo, if you would be. Yeah, they're kind of immune to our sword strikes. But what can we do? Well, when they go into the sun, they petrify. Or, not sun, just light. And we can stun them as well. They don't have a specific choo jelly color tied to them like the yellow choo-choo, so don't worry about that. So instead, what we want to do is we just want to lure them over here. But let's say you're impatient like me. Well, Medley will bring this up, like, in a minute, but what you can do is, when you walk into light with Medley, you can reflect light off of her harp. It's really neat. If only we could do that ourselves. Well, maybe at another point. And we can see there are barrels here, and we can activate them by simply burning them open with the fire arrow. Let's get you. And there's one more of these. I'm just going to call them like purple choo-choos. I guess you could call them like, I don't know, since everything's like dead in this temple, you could call it like a dead choo. I don't know. Actually, I think I was at a convention recently, and there was a cosplay of someone dressed up as Pikachu, but with like a Deadpool theming to it. So just think like Pikachu's design, but with Deadpool color scheme and design. And yes, you can't hurt these guys with your sword either. You need to use your hammer to get them. On the contrary, I believe you can also pick them up and set them on switches. The petrified choo-choos. And only the purple ones can be petrified, the others can't. Another mechanic is you're going to see like these translucent chests. Basically, what you want to do is, well, shine light on it. Like so. And when you do, it will reveal it. Basically, if you're not quite sure what to do with something, first of all, look to see if it has this symbol on it. That usually means you can do something with it, and I believe Medley wants to take... Or no, okay, that's just telling us that we can do something. Usually, that means you can do something with it, usually breaking it. I don't think there's anything that you can actually... I don't think there's really much you interact with that doesn't break. Like with that... So going back to what I was saying earlier, yes, I saw a person cosplaying as Pikachu, but with a Deadpool design. And I've heard them called Pikapool and Deadchew. And so just saying Deadchew there reminded me of that. Alright, so let's see what's in this chest. I believe it's going to be the dungeon map. I was right. I have the Wii U gamepad right now, so I can't exactly show you. But it's okay, because we're about at the end of the episode anyways. So, next time on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. It looks like we've gotten to sort of a main room. So, we'll continue our descent. I guess, yeah, this is a descent because we're going down in basement floors. We'll continue our trek through... Oh, bye Medley. We'll continue heading through the Earth Temple, and, well, we'll hopefully get rid of the monsters so Medley can restore power to the Master Sword. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.